Hello viewers, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Okay, today I want to answer the biggest question which people have been asking me always. Okay, most of my friends have been asking me, Betty, hi Betty, what keeps you going? What is your biggest motivation? Why are you not giving up easily? So today I want to talk about that issue. So most of the times I never fail to try, because I know if I fail, it is a lesson I learn, and if I succeed, it is a lesson I learn. So it is a two-way traffic. Okay, it is either I win or I lose, and there are no two chances. It is either you win in this life or you fail. So there is no average, and if there is average, most of the times maybe you are not learning a lot, but at least you will learn you will learn something small. So friends, okay, the only option which you have to be having in life is to try most of the times. And you know me, most of the times I think a million times. I think of new ideas, I think of new businesses, I think of new things I have not explored. And most of the times when I try something and it fails, I'm so much excited because I've tried. Maybe in future I could have wasted my time trying that thing, thinking that it will succeed. So when I'm still young at this age and I've tried that business, or I've tried that idea I had in my mind, so I'm so happy, because if it fails, I know I have tried, so I will give room to another new idea to start. And most of the times I have million of ideas in my mind, million of ideas in my book. I always write day and night, many ideas I get when walking, when reading, when watching. I get most of my ideas when doing something. So the reason as to why I'm always so much excited, or I'm so much learning about many things, it is because I'm so much committed on something I've started. So each and every time I start a business, I commit 100% of my time, 100% of my resources, 100% of my research. I study a lot on something which I'm currently doing. So most of the times, if it fails, I know I'm not into that, because I've done a lot of research. Before I start something, I give at least 6 months of doing research, reading many books, watching many videos, watching many anything related to that article. I read more of articles, because me, I like reading. I read a lot. I like watching. I watch a lot, because me, I don't have many friends in life. And I'm not saying that you viewers, you are not my friends, but wale marafiki munasema ati tunaenda mahali tunafanya kitu fulani as a group, no. For me it is no. I'm a lonely person, alone person. I walk alone, I think, I like thinking alone. And since I have my husband, he's my closest friend, because that is the person I usually tell him I want to go to somewhere, I'm doing this thing and thing. So I don't like wasting more of my time following up on friends and trying to please them. No. I always try to please the Lord, and maybe my husband and my parents, to make them proud. So those are the times which I usually take my time, watch something. I'm always open to learning. And if I get a chance to meet a friend, I always try to learn something from that friend. Not necessarily talking about the past stories of high school, the past story, but I always, when I find someone, I always try, what are you up to today? Akiniambia nafanya kitu fulani, so I always try to learn more about that thing. And when I find it is something interesting, that is when I go and write it down in my book. Then I try and research on people who have done the same thing as my friend, and maybe they are more successful than my friend or that person who told me that idea. Then I try and see what kind of investment he or she made, um, what was uh, what was the financial stability of that person. So at times, for an instance, me, I have many business ideas I've never tried because of financial ability, but the small ideas I've always tried all my best to at least try and see if I can do. And then I always try to see if there is a room for future. Can I do this one even in 20 years, 30 years to come without a struggle? So guys, those are the motivation, those are the things which gives me going. So at times, most of the times I fail, and I can imagine the number of times my dad has failed, because every single time I go home, mi bado nalala, ye ameamuka at 5 a.m. He's still working hard. Ye ulala karibu saa 4 huko, saa 4:30. He's still on money calls, doing business, despite the fact that sisi tumemaliza shule. So I always say, if my dad is working harder than me, na mimi watoto wangu bado ni wadogo, why don't I go work extra hard and try and see if I can achieve, so that when I will be around 60s, maybe at least I will be a better person, or at least I will not be waking up too hard early in the morning, not going for holidays. So those are the things which makes me going every day, which makes me work extra and extra hard every day. And most of the times I don't like doing one thing. I'm that person who is a multitasker. I multitask a lot. So each and every time I am doing something, I should be having something else apart from being a mother and running my family. I should be having a business. I should be, maybe if I'm employed, I should be employed somewhere, running maybe comparative things, so that I will be more engaged. And if I'm not doing all of those, maybe I'm studying something, I'm reading something. So those are the things which I usually do. And for those who have been trying to ask me, you have listened to my story, and I always give myself room to study something. There is many courses online which I've always tried to study. You can visit Achira Digital Kenya. You can learn something. I've learned many short courses. Equip. I've joined many, even YouTube. They have many courses they give out free. Google. I've always tried to gain as much as more knowledge as possible, because me, I'm so addicted to reading. I'm so addicted to studying something. So I don't like maybe staying without doing anything. That's why you always find me doing some short courses and those things. And some will ask you, maybe some might ask or might inbox me asking, na hizo masomo zote zimekusaidia? So for me, I'm mentally grow as an individual. My mindset is different from most of the people. How I think, how I see, so how I think, I see things, how I think it has improved. I'm not the same. I'm not still young in thinking. Okay, and how I approach failures, how I approach things when it is not going in my way. That is what I have learned through my education and through reading a lot. And then friends, it is not time to give up. We are not giving up easily. We still have a long way to go. We still have many goals, many dreams to achieve. Most of the times what is making me sleepless nights are the dreams which I have. I always, when I walk on the road, my biggest dream is to buy a pickup double cabin, my friends. So that is giving me sleepless nights. I always want to go for holidays. I want to travel the world, and I've known each and every time I'm working, I know I have bigger goals and I can achieve it. Many people have achieved it, and why not you? So those are the biggest motivators. They are in my life. Those are the biggest things which are giving me struggling every day. So most of my friends whom we joined them university, some are still struggling writing application letters, wamekaa huko ushago hawajui what to do next. But for me, I know even employment cannot give me cannot make me achieve dreams which I have set. So most of the times you will find me, I've never even sent applications to schools at nipate kazi, because I know, one, if I'm employed by TSC, they will not give me the life which I want. So I've always given myself time before I attain 30 years. I'm still having more time to explore the world, to try many things. I don't know, when I'm employed, bado nakumbuka kumbe ningefanya hii, kumbe ningefanya, and I hate regrets. So most of the things I've planned, I always try to achieve it, because the biggest weakness I have is to regret. If there is something which it can torture my brain, it can torture my mind, it is the regret. So I'm always trying my best to cope up with my goals, with my strategies, so that I will not come later and regret. Because if there is something which can break me down, is regret. So most of the times I achieve the goals, or I try things which I want to try, because I don't want to regret. Otherwise, friends, if you have any question, please inbox me, ask me, and I will share with you gladly. Thank you. Bye. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Thank you for your biggest support ever. Thank you and bye.